Well, I'm doing well. I think tonight I have my feminist shirt on. We're going to be feminists tonight. Tonight's a night that we should all embrace the feminist movement in our own way, in our own special way, and do a tribute to women tonight.
We're all feminist. We're all feminist today, as a country.
I just came from dealing with my children, and I should have aborted both of them. And I'm sure you feel the same way about yours.
Clear, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Really, 4 out of 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hey,
you would have
asked you a question.
Better for global warming if you had just taken out all 5 and not been so selfish to try to hold on to that 5th. But I'm with you. It's nice to have one that you care about like that. But go ahead, ask your question. I have a special guest tonight too. But go ahead.
How's the look here? Should I turn around because I'm against the light?
I don't give a shit. You look like you look pasty white. You look a little white privileged.
No, I got a tan today, and I want to show that off.
Okay, no, I understand. I also got a tan today. So that I could impress everybody with my Florida tan. I don't know that it's gonna work, but
we're gonna turn this around.
Get your shit together, for Christ's sake. We got a show to. Christ to the cross.
You know what? You know what I'm setting it on?
What do you do?
This is a throwaway room, and it's got a toilet in it.
You're in a toilet room. I like that.
It's not a bathroom. It's a bedroom that has a broken toilet in it, stored in there.
Okay. Are you ready for a special guest?
I am.
So in order to comment on Roe versus Wade, which is the biggest story in the country right now, I brought in the most powerful woman voice on this subject, period. The great, welcome her because this is not an easy guest to get. Helen Keller is on the show.
Keller.
Wow. Yeah, here we go. Hey, Helen, we brought you on to talk about Roe versus Wade. Do you know what that is? Okay, perfect. So tell us all your thoughts on Roe versus Wade. What about, so tell us, you were married to John, correct? You were married to him for a while. And did you love your husband? Did you take good care of his penis and make him food? Yeah. Okay. So if he were out, wanted to have a threesome with a friend, or if he wanted to go out and get another girl pregnant, what would you say? Did you ever nag him about sports or anything like that? Did you ever have anything that you got upset with him for, talk his ear off about anything? Any final words from you? I mean, this is amazing to be in your presence. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. The perfect woman, ladies and gentlemen. She is a model for feminism, an absolute joy to be here. And she was married, so she couldn't have, many suitors, but she was loyal and didn't give her husband shit. She had a lot of no thoughts on Roe versus Wade, but that is a absolute model for feminism and the most powerful woman arguably in the history of feminism right there.
How did you get hooked up with Helen Keller? Good Lord, what a treat.
It really, really is, Jimmy. I have some connections in this world and beyond, and I hope everybody enjoyed that learning experience. I think, and I don't want to overstate this, that all women can learn from Helen Keller in the history of the annals of history, and I'm so honored to have her here. She was a huge proponent of women's suffering, don't you know? I mean, women's suffrage. It's
suffrage.
Small difference.
Wow.
Yes.
You are an absolute piece of shit. I love you.
I come in to talk about Roe versus Wade in the very best form that I can possibly do, to pay homage to a beautiful day. I think today is the best day in women's history that we've had in a long time, and that women don't know it. There's a lot of half of them do, some of them do, some of them don't. But the overall, the women get very emotional,
And
sometimes.
I really think that that's the way to approach it. When in a discussion with a woman, you say, hush, hush now.
Let me tell you what you think. I'll tell you what to think. That's the way it is.
I'll tell you what's best for you.
This is what's best for you, and here's why. All right.
Quiet, quiet.
This works really well too.
Now you hush up and listen.
Why don't you just go calm down and come back when you're ready to have a serious discussion about Roe v. Wade, right? I mean, all these kids, they're look at this one. It's got a dollar bill. That's the first dollar a kid will ever bring to you. Otherwise, you're just spending money on them. So also,
the kid just sued the band.
Hang tight. I know what you're saying though. He sued the band a long time ago, and he won too. What a prick, by the way. That's the biggest fucking moment in his life. Is right. He actually sued the band for his whole life. He got to be, hey, how was the baby in the thing? And then at the end of it, he's like, no, you can't use my image. It's Nirvana, right? No.
Turns around and bites him. Turns around and bites him. Either way, it's stupid as hell. So Roe v. Wade, Jimmy, you've seen social media today. I think today's a great day for women. It's also a great day for single guys who want to pretend they care about women and understand how to go out in the field and make magic happen. I mean, if you were single, you are single right now. Why aren't you at a march? Am I single?
Yeah, you tell me. I mean,
I think it's been so long. I don't even know. I don't even know the difference anymore.
Is Miss Super? You know what? I always laugh because in my Instagram, I actually get suggestions, and one of them every day is Super Dance is a suggestion for me.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, look at this.
Let me tell you about Super Dance real quick.
Go for it. Tell the story. Tell the story. Everybody.
Greatest night of my life, Super Dance.
Is it still the greatest night of your life?
Absolutely, it's the greatest night of my life.
Okay. All right. Well, does she need an abortion?
Oh God, why do you get? Why do I agree to even?
She's got like 8 kids. You've got like 8 kids. Does she need an abortion? You should not need another.
I don't know. I've been ducking her phone calls.
Oh, no shit. Wow. Yeah, you should just send her a couple $100 in case and say happy to be. Do you know of any girl that's ever gotten an abortion with your child?
No. She might. I mean, she may have to cross state lines though. Now, I don't know what Virginia is going to say.
Yeah. So just to back up for a second, the Supreme Court has not banned abortion. Okay. So what they did, there's so much misinformation out there, but I'm going to try to help people as the legalese of the show. So what the Supreme Court did is the right thing. Legally, I'm not saying it's good for the country, and I'm not saying you're going to like it, because I personally am pro-choice up to the point where the baby can feel pain. So I'm a 12-weeker. Science shows after 12 weeks, baby feels pain. Really fucked up to put somebody in pain that's actually a human being. I don't like things in pain. As a compassionate human being that I am, it may seem like a prick, but things in pain are not good for me. And that's my cutoff personally. So science-based cutoff. What the Supreme Court said is this is not a federal thing. So to back up a little further, the entire role of the Supreme Court is to interpret the Constitution. They're not there to hear any cases outside of constitutional cases. Anything non-constitutional goes to the states. That's the way it works. Supreme Court handles Constitution. Anything non-constitutional goes to the states. So the original Supreme Court was a Republican Supreme Court, fucked this up, made it a Supreme Court federal issue, even though it's a non-constitutional issue, and oversaw all states' rights and stuff. So the Supreme Court now is correcting a bad decision and saying, look, this is going back to the states. Now, at the state level, the way our government works, if you have an asshole government that doesn't agree with your point of view. Let's say that you're pro-choice, 100%, and most people around you are pro-choice, and somebody in power right now says, you know, we're going to ban this and make you a criminal if you do something like this. In that case, you vote that person out of power, put somebody else in power, they change the law to what you like, and your state is running smooth. That's why it's set up that way, is it can work in a local way. So I think the Supreme Court's doing the right thing. What the states should do too is, you know, do what's right for their voting constituents. Some states actually believe it's wrong to kill a life, which you can make. I think anybody can understand that that's an argument, especially those that 2 weeks ago were upset about all the children that died in Uvalde and today want to kill children no matter what. So there's a balance in between caring about people that are alive, little children that were shot, and caring about kids in before they're born. And I have both of them. I wish kids here were alive. Some people don't have that balance. They're like, I only care about the kids here because you can ban guns, and the ones that are in the womb, fuck those babies. Somewhere in the middle, you can find, you know, a reasonable argument to say, look, there's a life that kind of needs to be protected. And I'm not going to change any fucking minds on that. That's not the legal argument. The point is that the states now actually have the right to make that determination. That's the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do on gay marriage too.
Well, I think it might be important. Explain what Roe versus Wade really was.
Well, Roe versus Wade was a woman who got pregnant. The court took the case. She had already given birth to the baby. It was all about doctor-patient privacy. So it was all about confidentiality. And what Roe versus Wade originally said is, in the first trimester, you actually have doctor-patient confidentiality, and then the government can come in and sort of take over because there's a life in there. It's actually a really reasonable position in the sense that the first trimester is, you know, some confidentiality. You might not want as a woman to be able to go out there and say, hey, I got banged by so-and-so, and, you know, it's embarrassing. Maybe you aren't in a financial position, especially now. Maybe it was, you know, somebody that you regretted, like every girl that's ever slept with me, or maybe it's somebody that you, you know, didn't plan on, you know, a lot of regret, you know, a lot of things that happened. So in that regard, it gave a doctor-patient privilege piece that is not, again, that's not a federal issue. That's a state issue. You know, at the end of the day, that's really between you and your doctor. You know, that's where my body, my choice goes, is up to the first trimester, according to the original Roe. And again, the Supreme Court shouldn't have granted that. That should have been, this is a state issue to figure out when that determination of doctor-patient privilege extends and when it doesn't. Should be science-based and everything else, but that's for the states to fight about. That's the beauty of our system. And if you hate your state and what they come up with, you can move to another state. That's why I live in Florida and you know, escaped the horrible state of Virginia that Jimmy's in. Although now you have good government, but I'm not a fan of draconian measures, and Virginia has been changed, you know, in a pretty draconian way. Right. So this is a great thing for women, and I'll tell you why. Because women are finally relevant again, Jimmy. About a month ago, they didn't even exist. Woman didn't even exist. What is a Woman is one of the #1 movies in the country right now.
We didn't know what a woman even was.
Supreme Court, the new Supreme Court justice can't even define what a woman is. Women were obsolete. You guys were worthless in the light of our new Supreme Court justice, in light of our entire government. Women didn't matter one fucking bit. You didn't even have a voice. You didn't even exist. Now women matter. Why do you matter? Because you're going to be able to take your power back. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, whether you're pro or against, whether you're pro-life or pro-choice. Women matter again for the first time in a very long time. And you guys should be celebrating this. This is fucking awesome. Because your bathrooms were taken away, your sports were taken away, your voices were stifled, and you didn't even literally exist in a gender way until fucking today. And that's a great thing, man. I think as a feminist, It's nice to see the women's movement back, and I fully predict, like I have before, when we went through the thing before we went through the acronyms, that the lesbians are going to lead the abortion movement in every single way, because the bull dykes are the strongest. Even though they don't like the dick, they're still going to jump in there and they're going to fucking lead the chart. I'm telling you, watch the bull dykes. They are the strongest. They're the strongest women. They'll get out there and they'll make shit happen. Whatever that is, take it or leave it. But women should be thrilled. At the end of the day, what does this mean for the country, right? The country's going to burn tonight because people are emotional and don't know what the fuck they're doing.
People don't know what people think.
It's bad.
They're going by the sensational headline of Roe versus Wade, which they don't even know what it is, has been overturned. And that's all they need to know. That's all they need to hear. And they're ready to riot, and they will.
Well, for the funny thing too about that is 2 days ago, the January 6th committee kind of shut down. And what's the basis of the January 6th committee? It's that Donald Trump started violence towards a branch of government to impede with a branch of government. That's the entire
an attempted coup.
Again, a branch of government to be fucked with. That's it. So this is the Congress, the House of Representatives got messed with, and now they're saying, all right, it's okay to mess with the judicials. For those that don't know, there's the legislative, executive, and judicial. There's 3 equal and separate divisions. The judicial now is completely under attack by the same people that less than 48 hours ago were saying, hey, there's been an attack on a branch of our government, and that's a threat to the democracy. So without blinking an eye, the same people that a couple weeks ago were trying to protect children now want to kill children. And just like that, the people that said that attacking a branch of the government is bad now want to attack a branch of the government because it's good. And it happened so fast. I mean,
they are nothing if they're not hypocrites.
Yeah, and again, it's not a left or right issue, but that is the way it happened. So in this case, the Supreme Court did the right thing legally. Whether you agree with it or not doesn't matter. The legal decision is appropriate for what happened. Let me listen to Jimmy yell at his children, which is always fun.
Sorry.
I need to get you you got to get headphones.
Oh, I got them. You want me to put them on?
It makes it better because then you can block out all the little bastards.
Get my headphones. They're in the kitchen, and fill that up with water.
Okay.
Hurry up.
It's
the headphones in a second.
Cool, because that way you can block out the world around you. But yeah, it is the right thing from a purely decision basis. It's absolutely the right thing. And I think for the states that take it too far and ban it and try to criminalize abortions, listen, we've tried to ban drugs in this country. How's that work? That was done on a federal level. They said, we're going to ban all drugs. Drugs are more prominent now than they've ever been. And that's a federal ban across the country. When you talk about banning something on a state level where other states are allowing it to one degree or another, there's not going to be any ban on abortions. It's just not going to happen.
Right. Will there be some states that it is illegal and you can just go to the next state?
Yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's where it's going to start, with some states that have been waiting and frothing for this moment. Missouri jumped on this right away. Texas is a little rough, but here's what happens though. The electorates that take those, very hard positions like that, they get targeted in elections the next time and they get voted out. And then the people that come in are hopefully more moderate, although it usually flips from extremist to extremist. But at some point it balances out. And at that particular point, you'll have reasonable laws and not much will change. There's going to be a period of transition. It's not going to be that big of a deal. You're going to have brand new businesses pop up for abortion travel agencies. I think condom sales are going to skyrocket. After sex pills are going to skyrocket. coat hangers are going through the roof. And in general, you're going to have a period of transition. But I think that for the women's movement, for the country, and in general, this is good for the country. Once everybody stops temper tantruming and realizing what happened, this will allow the voices of the women that were being ignored to actually be listened to for a long time. It's not just for today, but they're going to be able to make a real effect on elections for a while on this issue in their states and in their local elections where it matters. So if they can quit tantruming about the Supreme Court, focus on their states, and take that energy in the right way, then women will actually be able to, make a difference and exist again on a political spectrum. People might actually care about them.
Just talking fantasy land, because my son asked me this question. We were talking about this today. Should this be only women vote?
No, of course not. I mean,
just being crazy, just talking silly shit.
Well, like, women, men are women now, women are men. So even just, that.
Yeah, so they've backed themselves into the corner there. But
I mean,
in real life, should this be a woman only vote? No.
No, in real life, no, of course not. I mean, it's a usually a group decision. So, I have been through an abortion before. Let me tell a story. You want a story? This is
I want a story.
Right,
just make it a fucking good story. Don't
all right.
Drone on like you always do.
Like I always do. Okay.
Coming from the worst storyteller.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I knocked up
I'm